proof Jesus was a sinner, here violent, destructive, and angry.
None of those things are necessarily sinful. It's a good thing to be angry at sin. Violence is necessary in a just war, and we should destroy institutions that are oppressive. So none of this would show Jesus as a sinner if the circumstances that he is in demand the proper moral response is to be angry, violent, and destructive.
Imagine this scene. A man visits Canterbury Cathedral. Inside he notices there's a shop. He watches the staff selling and the visitors buying gifts, books and souvenirs. He is angry that inside a place of worship, a shop is trading. He takes off his belt and charges into the shop, roaring at the customers to leave, cracking his belt around him, smashing the merchandise, sweeping the books off the shelves, pushing over the till, sending cash flying over the floor, tipping up the tables and stands. Yet this is exactly what Jesus did.
This is a horrible comparison for a number of reasons. First, we already established this behavior is not necessarily sinful. Second, notice what Jesus says. They made the temple a robber's den. Gift shops are not required for you to patron, but at the temple, you had to exchange your coinage for temple money to buy your sacrifices. Given Jesus' charge and his anger, it's likely the money changers were taking advantage of the uneducated poor and charging them high fees to exchange their coinage. Notice right after this in Luke, Jesus says the elites were taking advantage of widows. So given the context, Jesus was angry the poor were being taken advantage of and swindled out of the little money they had. And I think you should agree with me on this. That is a good and righteous reason to be angry and destructive. So no, Jesus did not sin. And I will remind you that Jesus is God. The temple is his house, and he has a right to throw anyone out of his house that he wants, especially if they're using it to make a profit off the backs of the poor.